Pahrump Early Learning Academy, our goal is to provide a complete nurturing environment for the growth and development of the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Children are natural explorers and need hands-on experiences to help stimulate their own imaginations. We strive to meet the needs of each individual child at their developmental level through planned activities, plus help each child attain a higher level of achievement. Call 751-5335 for more information.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community.
Tonight on News 46, officers honor their own who were killed senselessly. There's still time to save the Pahrump Town Board. And summertime tips on how to maintain your grill. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Jason Koblenz. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Thursday, June 12th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. Town Board member Dr. Tom Waters is hoping that those who are interested in keeping the Town Board form of government sign a petition circulating right now.
There are a group of people in our community, and they've already gone down and signed the initiative, and all that we're waiting for now are the petitions to reinstate the Pahrump Town Board.
So this all came about in 2012 as a ballot question brought forth by a county commissioner who said that he was asked to put on the ballot about the dissolution of the town board.
It was discontinuance of the town board, and that's the word they used in the question as well. And yes, but it was the voters that made the decision. It wasn't the commissioners who made the decision, and that's why I feel that this is the perfect time to do it. We had almost 18,000 votes, and the decision was made by 231 votes. If it had been 116 the other way, we wouldn't even be here today. So a very small number is what did it, and even though the commissioners today could reinstate the town board, I think because the people made the vote in 2012, they should also have the vote in 2014.
So what can a person do who would like to continue seeing the town board form of government?
Well, one of the things we can do is look for and find out exactly where the petitions are going to be. I know one location is going to be near Smith's, and they should have the petitions out there, and all you have to do is come by and sign. There are several other businesses that have already contacted me asking where, and if they could also have petitions at their place of business. So we may even do that as well. Now, I don't know all the people that are pushing for this, but I do know that I'm a firm supporter, and I want to support them. So I'm doing this part of letting people know that this initiative is there, the petitions will be there, and I'm also encouraging people to read the petition. Be sure you're signing the correct petition, because there are a lot of petitions going around our town.
Because that was a question at the time that the ballot came out, was what they were actually signing, what they were actually voting for. There were some people that came forward that said I was confused.
That is correct. Again, it was 231 votes that made the difference. I had at least 300 people tell me, I voted to keep the town board, and I voted yes. Well, they should have voted no. So it was confusing, and it was legal terms. And I know that Brian Kunze, who actually drafted the information, he worked with me on it. It was very clear to both of us, so I would never blame him for anything like that. And Because I understood it, I just assumed other people would too. It was after the fact when people told me it was very confusing. I will never make that mistake again. I'll make sure it's very clear for anybody to understand.
The funeral for slain Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Officer Igor Saldo was held today at Canyon Ridge Christian Church. Officers Igor Saldo and Alan Beck were shot and killed Sunday while eating lunch at a Cici's Pizza on Nels Boulevard. The 31-year-old Saldo joined the police department in 2006 and is survived by a wife and a baby. 41-year-old Alan Beck had been with Metro since 2001 and leaves behind a wife and 3 children. Beck's funeral is set for 9 a.m. on Saturday at the Smith Center. The shooters, Jared and Amanda Miller, died in a shootout with police at a nearby Walmart. And in relation to that story, Las Vegas police are correcting earlier accounts of that couple's dying moments who killed those 2 patrol officers in the Cici's Pizza and an armed man who tried to stop them in a Walmart store. Police say Amanda Miller didn't shoot her husband, Jared Miller, when they were cornered in the Walmart. They say Jared Miller was fatally wounded by a Las Vegas police officer as they closed in. The Clark County coroner previously ruled their deaths a homicide and a suicide. Charges have been filed against Arthur Joseph Fisher here in Pahrump for allegedly making threats to a sheriff's office dispatcher and to Judge Robert Lane. Fisher is accused of calling the sheriff's office in March to report a false bomb threat and stating he would shoot the local judge and the dispatcher when she left work. Stacey Ann Curlish has been taken into custody following a non-injury accident that occurred at Mans and Homestead on Saturday night. The woman was arrested for allegedly possessing methamphetamine and marijuana, as well as driving while intoxicated. More local news when we come back from this break.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Integrity Taxi. Reliable, safe, and fun. Call Integrity Taxi at 751-1111.
Welcome back to News 46. Valley Electric Association has announced that the organization has hired Chris Brooks, a well-established leader in Nevada's renewable energy industry, to serve as VEA's Executive Vice President of Energy Services. In his new role, Brooks will be responsible for managing VEA's distributed generation programs and overseeing specialized government contracting related to renewable energy services. His duties also include managing VEA's legislative affairs and managing the cooperative's marketing and member services programs. In 2001, Brooks founded Las Vegas Solar Electric, a local company that was responsible for developing Nevada's first grid interactive photovoltaic systems. Time to get your grills ready. Here's Noah Began with tips on how to maintain your barbecue.
If it's been a while since you fired up your grill, a checkup may be in order. In today's Angeles Report, what you should check before heading outside with the burgers, brats, and buns.
Well, we love the outdoors. We have a big backyard patio and pool and backyard seating area, so we love spending time outdoors.
Deidre Pettinga and her family grill out year-round, so it's important to her that the grill is professionally cleaned and inspected each year.
We've been here for 12 years, and they were here maybe 5 years before that. So that grill is going on 20 years old, and we're keeping it like new.
Your grill is an appliance, and with proper maintenance and care, it can give you years of great use. Aaron Nelson says a common problem he sees is clogged or greasy burners.
What can happen to burners is they can corrode. Over time, they're being heated up so much and cooled down that the burner can actually rust and corrode. Most burners can last 5 to 8 years, but eventually they need replacement, like a lot of parts on the grill.
These ceramic briquettes also need to be replaced if they become brittle or break in your hand. If your grill is hard to light, check the venturi tubes.
You can have debris that collects inside here. These are the venturi tubes, and they actually have screens on here. People wonder, why is there a screen on this venturi tube? And it's to keep spiders out. This is a huge thing that can affect the performance of the grill. Is spiders actually can get inside these venturi tubes and create cobwebs and really affect the flow of the gas, in turn the flame.
A greasy grill also poses a fire risk.
This is a brush that can actually kind of get in between the cooking grids, and then this is kind of a brush that can overall get the top of the cooking grids.
When not in use, Covering your grill is the easiest and best thing you can do to extend its life by protecting it from the elements. If you're in the market for a new grill, remember, the more complex the grill, the higher the cost to repair.
Before you head out to buy a grill, be sure to assess what you actually need. How big's your family? How many people are you typically cooking for? Because you only want to get the accessories that you'll actually use. Because you end up buying some really fancy grill and you don't use the things, it might just lead to larger repair bills down the road.
Gas grills should be serviced at least once a year, twice a year if you're a heavy grill user. Costs can start around $75 and go up depending on the make and model. Angelus says give your grill a test run a week or two before the day of the big barbecue to make sure everything is in good working order. That way, if it does need a new part or repair, you'll have it working in time for the big cookout. I'm Noah Began for News 46.
Thanks so much, Noah. On January 14th of 2013, former President George H.W. Bush was released from a Houston hospital after 7 weeks of treatment for bronchitis, an infection, and a persistent cough. Today, he was skydiving to celebrate his 90th birthday. A year and a half ago, Bush was already suffering from a form of Parkinson's disease, and some people weren't sure how much he would be able to bounce back after his lengthy hospitalization. But not only has he been able to travel and now skydive, he has also seen a political resurgence. The FBI says it has opened a criminal investigation of the Veterans Affairs Department, which is grappling with a scandal over long waiting lists to provide care and allegations that paperwork was faked to make delays appear shorter. Officials have said that the Inspector General is sharing findings with federal prosecutors, and the Justice Department could launch a full-blown criminal probe if any of the information meets the standard for doing so. After this break, we'll have your news across Nevada and your first business brief.
Pup, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrumps optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Average weekly wages in Nevada rose to another record high in 2013 at an average of $849 per week over the course of a year. That represents a gain of 1.1% over the previous record set in 2012, when wages averaged $839 on a weekly basis. Wages grew in each of the final 3 quarters in 2013 after declining slightly during the first 3 months of the year. Prior to the recession, wages were growing in the 3 to 5% range. 9 Nevada counties have joined the list that have approved resolutions asking to complete the licensing process on the Yucca Mountain Nuclear Waste Repository. The resolution states the Nuclear Waste Repository Act of 1982, as amended, selected Yucca Mountain as the only site to be characterized as the nation's first high-level radioactive waste repository. The U.S. Department of Energy, in accordance with the act, submitted a license application to the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. The Federal Aviation Administration has cleared Nevada to begin flying drones at a southern Nevada airport as part of nationwide research into unmanned aerial systems. FAA officials announced that the state has granted a 2-year certificate of authorization to fly an In-Situ Scan Eagle drone. The first Nevada FAA UAS test site flight is scheduled for summer at Desert Rock Airport. That's your news across Nevada. Now here's your first business brief.
The first business brief for Thursday, June 12th. I'm Angela Miles. Alibaba could become the biggest IPO of the year. CNBC reports it may release a new filing addressing concerns raised by the SEC, including disclosing earnings and company executives. Alibaba initially filed earlier this month. Also, Alibaba plans to fully acquire a mobile browser firm, creating the biggest merger in Chinese internet history. Taxi drivers are blamed for snarling traffic in major cities across Europe. In London, hundreds of black cabs tied up commutes in protest over Uber, a U.S. car service that makes it possible for users to hail a taxi through a smartphone app. And the insurance industry is recommending a new set of changes for Obamacare. The industry wants a catastrophic plan to become eligible for subsidies. Insurers say it will lure in younger, healthier consumers, which will push down health care premiums. That's the first business brief. I'm Angela Miles.
Nellis Air Force Base will be hosting Operation Green Flag 14-08 from June 13th through the 27th at Nellis Air Force Base. The exercise will include multiple missions with multiple aircraft flying in each mission. Please be aware that there may be more air traffic during this time period over our area. Meet Megan McDonald, who is a college student and spoke to News 46 about her short film.
It's called We Are Going to Be Friends.
Tell me about it.
It is a stop motion I made for school. For my class, I had a video class and the final was experimental. So I got to make a film and I decided to make a stop motion. And yeah.
So are you in high school or college?
I'm in college, so I go to Cal State Channel Islands and in Ventura County. And yeah, I'm an art major. Emphasis is called time-based media, and it's basically video-based animation, motion graphics, live action.
So are you hoping to continue into the film industry then?
Yeah, I'm hoping that this next year will help me build my resume and my portfolio up. It's helped me this far, and just make more videos. And on the side, I film weddings with my friends, so I'm just hoping to build my resume through my classes at school, and I've been able to make a lot of things for my resume and my portfolio.
So tell me, have you entered in other film festivals with this film?
At my school, we have every year, it's called the FNA Film and Animation Screening, and I entered the one I entered here, and I won Best in Show for that. And it was my first film I ever made, and first stop motion I ever made, so yeah. And that was that, and then I've made films ever since then.
So what are you looking for the future?
Right now, I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I really like to do. I'm hoping internships and, like different experiences will help me figure out exactly what I like to do, what I'm good at. Right now, I just like making videos and filming and having a camera around, So
you got any films kind of on the back burner that you're thinking about?
Yeah, well, I have a class where I can make my own projects. I just have a professor to help me along the way, so I'm hoping that I don't really know exactly yet, but I have some ideas and different. I like hands-on films and making things while I do it. So I'm hoping to have something that it's not just all digital, but I can make something and have some magic behind it, I guess you could say.
So can people find you on the web?
Yeah, I go by my full name, Megan Riley McDonald, so you can Google my full name on Vimeo, and I have a Vimeo page there. So.
Good luck to Megan in the future. When we come back from this break, we'll have your weather with Noah Began.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Thursday, June 12th. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 98 degrees. Your average temperature this time of year is also 98 degrees. Winds are coming from the south-southwest today at 11 miles per hour with gusts up to 24 miles per hour, so we had some pretty high winds out there. The UV index today was 10, which is very high. Humidity was at 24%. Sunrise was at 5:26 this morning, and the record high in 1940 was 112 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 67 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 74 degrees, so it'll be a little cooler than it usually is. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 9 miles per hour with gusts up to 21 miles per hour, so we'll still have some pretty high winds there. Humidity will be at 24%. Sunset will be at 8:02 p.m. and the record low in 1937 was 52 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 98 degrees and a low of 64 degrees. Winds will be coming from the southwest at 12 miles per hour with gusts up to 24 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 20%. Sunrise will be at 5:26 a.m. and the UV index will be 10, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, we'll have nice sunny skies. Your high temperatures will be ranging from the mid-90s to the low 100s, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the mid-60s to the high 60s.
Thanks so much, Noah. I'm sure that most of you have heard about Mikey, the 7-year-old who's battling courageously leukemia, and his family, and there's a lot of fundraisers going around town. Subway also has a fundraiser right now where if you buy some cookies, they're donating the profits from that. But a lot of people have been doing the ice water bucket challenge. We told you that Fire Chief Scott Lewis did it the other day, and we're still trying to get that video of that. And also Town Manager Susan Holacek also participated in it yesterday, as well as donating money to Mikey and his family. I just got word late this afternoon that the Mercy Air crew will be participating in that too as well on Saturday at 1 p.m. there on Calvada at the Mercy Air landing strip near Healthcare Partners. So we're going to be bringing that to you because we hear that 5 of them will be taking those ice water bucket challenge, and they've also graciously donated $500 to Mikey and his family as well. You can look up Mikey and his family and donate, and there's account on GoFundMe, and if you just type in Mikey and Amber's challenge, then you can find that and donate to Mikey and his family as well. And if you have any other questions, you can give us a call here at KPVM TV 727-9400 extension 201. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. We'll see you back here tomorrow night. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.